Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today, man, we're going to be taking a look at a quite disturbing trend that, truth be told, I was completely unaware of, as, I don't use this app anymore. I'm sure many of you, when you hear what we're going to be talking about, or if you've seen the title to this video here, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Honestly, I kind of thought that this app was gone. It was just, like, lost in the wind or whatever. I don't know if you guys remember Kik. I'm not talking about the streaming service. I'm talking about the chatting app. I mean, this is like maybe a decade, 15 years ago almost now, but back when I was still in school, bro, Kik was like the main messaging app for everybody who we went to school with and everything, right? This was, you know, back when social media was still kind of just really getting its foothold in society. I mean, there was like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. That was pretty much what everybody was using. I mean, there was like Snapchat and stuff, but it wasn't as popular. So Kik was at one point this like massive app that everybody, it seemed like, was using, right? You know, everyone was texting one another on there, but it appears that the app is still alive, it's still kicking, and they have actually apparently introduced a new feature called Kick It to the platform that I guess it's some sort of almost matching thing where I guess people just like put a phrase or a sentence or whatever it's supposedly about themselves, and then you can like press a button to kick back, I guess. I don't know. I guess that like matches you two or adds you to each other's friends. I don't know. I feel kind of like a boomer when I'm talking about this because it's one of those rare instances where this is an app or a website that I no longer use. I haven't used for a decade at this point in my life, and I've never used this feature, but I mean, this is, unfortunately, it seems like a disturbing trend that's really kind of carrying on the dark and disturbing history of Kik as an app. So first I want to go ahead and give credit to the person who suggested this topic for me and provided these screenshots we're going to take a look at. Their Twitter handle is @TheRealZade22. They are part of the Optimus Twitter community. Over on Twitter, I have a closed community. Well, it's open, but it's a closed off community where people can just tweet in there, suggest video topics, talk about videos, things going on and whatnot, right? And this guy dropped this into the Optimus community Twitter, and I saw it. And honestly, I was just fucking shocked, man. I mean, obviously the internet, it always has been a place where, like, you know, kids can be taken advantage of, or like weirdos online can go and they can find ways to basically track down kids. That's the unfortunate part about the internet, right? Those kinds of things do sometimes happen, but I mean, what we're taking a look at here is what appears to be actual children on this Kik app thing, right? And they're like promoting content and trying to meet up with people and have people add them for sexual purposes and whatnot on Telegram and stuff like that. So I'm not talking about like they're selling content like Call of Duty montages or YouTube commentary videos, right? They're not on no Watch Optimus grind, bro. This is basically like some sort of undercover child OnlyFans kind of situation going on here. As disgusting as that sounds and is to talk about, these kids are apparently literally trying to meet up with people and sell content and whatnot through this app, where it appears there's not very much oversight or attention on it, and they think that they can kind of slip through the cracks. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of these screenshots up here on the screen right now. I have blurred out the the ats or the handles or whatever of these accounts that we're promoting in the screenshots because I don't want to call any attention to that in particular. But I mean, you can see by these screenshots, right? It'll be people, they'll tweet out like $10, male or female, 14, 13, 15, 12, whatever, right? And they'll talk about how horny they are and to text them on Telegram or to add them at this handle or whatever, right? I mean, just a very disturbing, very dark concept in general, right? That people could just be downloading this Kik It app, you know, trying to, I don't know, meet new people, find new friends, whatever it's for, you know? And then you could just be going through the app, and next thing you know, a 13-year-old child is trying to sell you nudes through Telegram, right? I don't think I should really have to explain what the concern is here, what the problem is here, right? I think it's pretty fucking self-evident what is the problem here, what people should be looking at and what should be done about this. Now, before we even really go any further, I do want to raise one possibility. It is entirely possible that these are like not really people who are trying to promote themselves or sell content or whatever. Might not even be children at all, right? It could possibly, and I'm saying possibly very lightly here, it could possibly be like some sort of, you know, pedo sting operation or like some sort of fucking FBI agent sitting on the other end of the computer or whatever? We really don't know. I mean, ultimately, all we can really determine from this is what we can, like, obviously see from the screenshots and from what's happening on this platform. The only way to really know if these are, like, undercover agents or people trying to catch bad people, right, are to interact with them. And obviously, no one in their right fucking mind is about to probe these accounts to find out, like, oh, is this the police trying to do something about it? Now, the worrying part of it, the real cause for concern of it is, at least for me, now that I'm older, like I said, Kik was a huge app when I was in, like, middle school going into high school, right? Right around 2011 to, like, 2014, right? I mean, everybody was fucking using it. And I know I sound, once again, kind of like a boomer, right? I'm gonna sound like an old-ass man saying some shit like this, man. But back in my day, man, I really don't like having to say that, but back in my day, bro, I know exactly what kind of shit was going down on Kik. I know exactly what everybody is up to on this fucking app. Like, yeah, in middle school and whatnot, we were actually using it to talk to one another and communicate and, like, talk to your school buddies or whatever, right? There was also some more nefarious shit going on there. How do I know that? I participated in it, bro. Kids at that time were sending fucking nudes left, right, and center to one another on these apps, man. There were school leaks going around of kids' nudes at the time. Fucking people's shit were getting posted on exposing Instagram accounts, right? Like, this has unfortunately been a pretty common theme with the Kik app for so long. Now, part of it is because, you know, it's like a more privacy-centered app. From my understanding, like, they log your IP address and whatnot, but I don't think you have to have, like, an email to sign up. You just got to give them, like, a name and shit. So, like, it's one of those apps that, in a way, it's a little bit easier, I feel like, for minors to kind of bypass any sort of security thing, right? And then, as we see from these screenshots, it's pretty apparent that the possibility for kids to be taken advantage of on this app with this feature is pretty goddamn high. Now, you're probably sitting there like, oh, but Optimus, right? This isn't the app's fault. This is up to parents to monitor what their kids are doing. And yes, I do agree with you, right? Obviously, parents should be monitoring what their kids are doing on their devices, what they're doing online in general, what apps they're downloading, what kind of media they're consuming. But the problem is, it's 100% impossible to, like, nail every single time to see every little thing, right? Kids are pretty fucking smart, man. I fooled my parents quite a bit when I was a kid, too. That is the unfortunate part of things like that. Like, yes, a lot of parental oversight can help mitigate problems like this, but sometimes, you know, things are gonna slip through the cracks. And in cases like that, there needs to be legitimate enforcement of these things on these platforms. Like, I looked it up just to kind of see the company history of Kik, how it's kind of been doing and whatnot ever since I left the app. Apparently back in 2019, the entire company was close to being shut down, but it got bought out by a different buyer who kept the Kik platform alive, and then now they're obviously introducing stuff like this. So somebody with money is looking over this app. Someone with money has recently, it seems like, purchased and taken control of this app. They're trying to make it competitive, do things with it. If that's gonna be the case, bro, and you're gonna have something like this, there needs to be more monitoring. There needs to be people looking for shit like this and stopping it from happening. Because, I mean, dude, you look at, like, the true crisis of children, human sexual trafficking and whatnot, especially here in the United States, man. There are probably right now, as I'm recording this video, thousands of children who have gone missing and have never been found. And, you know, they could be a multitude of different things. Maybe somebody caused them physical harm. Maybe they were sold into trafficking. I hate to even talk about this, but this is the reality of the world. Children are extremely vulnerable. And, you know, yeah, these people are teenagers or whatever, 13, 14, 15. They're still fucking kids, man. Like, it doesn't matter. They still need to be looked over and prevented from doing shit like this. This does nothing to make anyone safe. Like, why in God's name should a 13-year-old girl be advertising herself for a $10 price tag selling her content over Kik-Me or Kik-Back or whatever it's called, right? That's just fucking disgusting. That's something that should not be allowed ever. Now, to be fair, I don't know if Kik or the company or whatever is planning to do anything about this. I don't know if they're going to increase their enforcement or if they even really know about what's going on here, but this is, it looks like, just another unfortunate way for kids to be taken advantage of online. And obviously, right, like everybody, we talk about things that happen online, right? Like the whole EDP 445 situation, whenever YouTubers get caught in these big stings and whatnot, we always talk about these situations that go viral, but like this is one of those things that is actively kind of slipping through the cracks. It's making its way kind of undetected, if you will. And even though this has been a historical problem for Kik, where children are just constantly using the app for sexual purposes and things like that, it doesn't seem like even a decade later, like I said, this was a problem when I was in school and I unfortunately partook in some of this. And it appears that, like I said, a decade later, you would think after, you know, the company's been sold and all this attention's been brought to it, it's been a constant controversy, you would think something would have already been done, where even before this feature came out, they had some sort of like, I don't know, enforcement in place or something, a team ready to moderate, I don't know. But that's the problem here is, even though Kik constantly has gotten this reputation, here we are again, covering another instance of this being a problem. So hopefully they get it together over there and they figure this shit out, because, I mean, I shouldn't have to say it, this should not be happening, and people should obviously care way more about stuff like this. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, talking about the new Kik-Back feature that is causing trouble, and signing out. And that's a wrap on this video, but a big shout out to my Optimus Nation supporters. You guys are the real MVPs here. Your support with just $10 a month unlocks a treasure trove of exclusive videos, constantly updated, archived live stream VODs, and early access to all new uploads. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.